I'm Rick Fortune, the AFCO modified rep. This morning I've got Bill Workman, one of our head tech guys in the circle track division with me. Bill, what you got?
Well, it's a pretty exciting day here in the AFCO shock world. We're very proud to introduce our new lineup of steel gas monotube shocks. It's a long-awaited part, and we're awfully proud to get it off the ground.
Really? How do they come? Do they come with Schrader valves? How are they?
We've actually gone about it two different directions. We're doing a Schrader valve style, where you can set the gas through this port, and we've also are utilizing a sealed port style. We've taken that approach because of the variation in rule books across the country. For example, the IMCA rule book does not allow for a Schrader valve, so we wanted to make sure we could cover those guys too, as well as all the outlaw classes where you can use a Schrader valve. So we're able to get the cross-section of all styles of rules that you'll find anywhere in the nation.
Okay. Are they owner rebuildable?
They are. The Schrader valve style is completely owner rebuildable. The sealed style, or the sealed port style, would need to go back to us or an AFCO authorized rebuild center because the equipment necessary to recharge one of these shocks is pretty complicated, and most guys aren't going to have that sort of thing in their shop. So the Schrader valve type, a guy can do anything on his own he wants to. All the parts are readily available for it. The sealed units would need to go back to a rebuild center.
Okay. Been a lot of extensive testing went on, I'm sure.
Man, we have had a great testing experience with these. We carried them down to Speed Weeks to the ultra-aggressive East Bay Raceway Park, a track known for its roughness, hammer-down conditions, and we beat them up. We ran them to death. They stood the test of the time, and absolutely no failures as far as durability. And then as far as performance, we've even been blessed so far this year. Our modified aces, Johnny Allen and Denny Schwartz, have already landed feature victories on them this year.
That's wonderful. What about valving?
Much like anything in the AFCO lineup that's rebuildable, we can do any valving a guy wants. We're going to keep all the standard stuff on the shelf, and then any custom valve, these big aggressive left-rear compression shocks that guys want to use, we can build those. The ultra-aggressive rebound packages some guys are using right front, that can all be done in this shock line.
Tell me about the cost.
We're going to be able to come in cost-wise right in with our very popular steel take-apart twin-tube shock, right in the 167, 168 range, which is right here to find our edge shocks and that to be. And so we're going to be really competitive on our price. It'd be a good value for the racer.
Okay, tell me why you want to have a gas shock with the monotube.
That's a good question. Our experience over the years has taught us that in dirt racing, obviously we get many different conditions, and we have found that the gas shocks are really awesome when the tracks are really aggressive. Big cushion, heavy, rough stuff. The gas shocks will really tend to shine. Whereas in the slick conditions, our very popular edge and standard stuff is really good, and even into moderate conditions. But there's always been a thing in the shock world of how do you marry the twin tube and the monotube, and what should a guy go by when he decides what he should be purchasing. And if you race in the aggressive conditions a lot, this shock will be a good choice for you. But what's really unique about ours is the amount of rod pressure we've been able to run, which is actually quite low. So if you're racing at one of those places that is rough early and where they kind of want to roll a cushion, where maybe they overwater the track, and then it slicks out later in the night, but there's still that big curb up in the cushion you're going to be hitting, you can actually take the gas pressure down on these to get the control you need at that part of the racetrack, and then when you're out on the straightaways or the smoother parts, you can get a bit more of a twin tube feel out of the shock. So you kind of got a shock that can give you the best of both worlds.
Good. Where are these going to be available?
We're getting bodies made and all our pieces together, and production should start right at the 1st of May. So we'll want to start bulking up our inventory and getting ready to go, because it's going to be a real successful seller for us. And we're looking forward to it.
That's good. I've personally done a lot of testing with these, and I'm very excited. It'll really complement our edge package line or other shocks down the line. Remember, folks, they'll be available around the 1st of May, and you can also call in, and when you call in and get our new catalog. It's going to be available 1st of May, so call in and get yours reserved now. Thank you.